In the bustling heart of Madrid, where the sun-kissed streets pulse with the rhythm of flamenco and the whispers of ancient history, a young woman named Celia stepped into the spotlight, her curves a bold declaration against the rigid lines of traditional beauty. With every stride down the cobblestone paths of her hometown, she wasn't just walking, she was rewriting the narrative of fashion, one confident pose at a time. If Celia's journey resonates with you, dive deeper into the world of empowering stories at Sweet Models World, where we celebrate the trailblazers redefining beauty every day. From her earliest days, Celia's life unfolded like a vivid tapestry woven with threads of passion, resilience, and unyielding determination. Born on February 3rd, 2001, in the vibrant Spanish capital, she entered the world under the crisp winter skies, the daughter of a close-knit family that instilled in her the values of authenticity and perseverance. Madrid, with its eclectic mix of historic grandeur and modern flair, became the backdrop for her formative years. As a child, Celia was captivated by the city's fashion scene. The elegant window displays along Gran Via, the colorful markets brimming with textiles, and the confident women who carried themselves with an effortless grace that transcended size or shape. Yet, in a world dominated by slender silhouettes on magazine covers and runway shows, Celia often felt like an outsider looking in. Her body, curvaceous and full of life, didn't match the narrow ideals peddled by the industry. It was in these moments of quiet doubt, staring at her reflection in the ornate mirrors of her family's modest apartment, that the seeds of her revolution were planted. Growing up, Celia's household buzzed with energy. Her parents, hardworking individuals rooted in Spain's rich cultural heritage, encouraged her to explore her interests without boundaries. Her mother, a seamstress with a keen eye for design, would spend evenings altering clothes to fit Celia's frame perfectly, turning simple fabrics into outfits that made her feel like a star. Beauty isn't about fitting in, her mother would say, her needle dancing through the material. It's about standing out. These words echoed in Celia's mind as she navigated the turbulent waters of adolescence. School days were a mix of joy and challenge. While she excelled in art classes, sketching outfits that celebrated diverse bodies, she faced the sting of peers' comments about her size. But rather than retreat, Celia channeled that energy into self-expression. She began experimenting with fashion in her bedroom, mixing thrift store finds with her mother's handmade pieces, creating looks that blended street style with high fashion. Little did she know, these private moments of creativity were rehearsals for a much larger stage. As Celia entered her late teens, the digital age dawned brighter than ever, and social media became her canvas. In 2018, at the age of 17, she created her Instagram account under the handle at @by__Celia, a nod to her personal brand, by Celia, symbolizing creations born from her unique perspective. Her first posts were tentative, a selfie in a bold red dress against the backdrop of the royal palace, a casual outfit shot in the bustling Retiro Park. But what set her apart was her authenticity. Unlike the polished, filtered images flooding feeds, Celia's content radiated realness. She shared not just the glamour but the grit. The days when outfits didn't fit right, the rejections from modeling agencies that deemed her too curvy, and the triumphs of finding pieces that hug her body like a second skin. Her followers, initially a handful of friends and locals, began to grow as women from across Spain and beyond saw themselves in her story. I remember the first time someone messaged me saying my post made them feel seen, Celia later reflected in an interview. That's when I knew this was more than a hobby. It was a movement. The turning point came in 2020, amid the global pandemic that confined the world indoors. While many industries ground to a halt, social media exploded, and Celia seized the opportunity. Locked down in her Madrid apartment, she transformed her living room into a makeshift studio, using natural light from the balcony to capture stunning photo shoots. Her content evolved from simple outfit shares to full-fledged lifestyle narratives. Tutorials on styling curvy figures, motivational talks on body positivity, and collaborations with emerging Spanish brands eager for diverse representation. Her height, standing at an elegant 5 feet 7 inches, and her weight, around 180 pounds, became assets rather than obstacles. She embraced her measurements: bust 42 inches, waist 34 inches, hips 46 inches, as the foundation of her empire. Brands took notice, and soon, partnerships trickled in. Fashion Nova Curve, a line celebrated for its inclusive sizing, reached out for a collaboration. Celia's first campaign with them, a series of sun-drenched photos in vibrant swimsuits and flowing dresses, went viral, amassing thousands of likes and shares. It wasn't just about the clothes, it was about the message. Curves are powerful, beautiful, and deserving of the spotlight. Celia's rise was meteoric, but it wasn't without hurdles. The modeling world, even in its progressive pockets, could be unforgiving. She faced online trolls who questioned her place in fashion, agencies that ghosted her after seeing her portfolio, and the internal battles of self-doubt that crept in during quiet nights. Yet, each setback fueled her fire. Drawing inspiration from icons like Ashley Graham and Iskra Lawrence, who had paved the way for plus-size representation, Celia pushed forward. She expanded to TikTok, where her short videos, dancing in curve-hugging outfits, sharing quick fashion hacks, and delivering pep talks, garnered millions of views. By 2022, her Instagram following had swelled to over 100,000, a testament to her magnetic appeal. Her net worth, estimated at around $150,000 by industry insiders, reflected her growing success through sponsorships, affiliate marketing, and merchandise sales. But for Celia, wealth was secondary. Impact was everything. She used her platform to advocate for body diversity, partnering with organizations in Spain that promoted mental health and self-acceptance among young women. Relocating temporarily to China in 2023 added a new chapter to her saga. Drawn by the burgeoning fashion scene in Shanghai and invitations from international brands, Celia immersed herself in a new culture, blending Eastern influences with her Spanish roots. The move was cinematic in its scope. Imagine her navigating the neon-lit streets of Shanghai, her curvy silhouette turning heads amid the sleek skyscrapers. There, she collaborated with Asian designers, infusing her content with fusion styles, kimono-inspired wraps over bold European prints, silk dresses tailored to accentuate her form. This period tested her adaptability, as she learned to communicate across language barriers and adapt to different beauty standards. Homesickness struck, but video calls with her family in Madrid kept her grounded. Her parents, proud yet protective, reminded her of her origins, while her siblings cheered her on from afar. Romantically, Celia has kept her personal life private, hinting in posts about a supportive partner who shares her love for travel and adventure, though details remain veiled, adding an air of mystery to her persona. Returning to Madrid in 2024, wiser and more empowered, Celia channeled her experiences into even greater endeavors. She launched her own line of inclusive clothing under the By Celia brand, pieces designed for real bodies, with stretchy fabrics, adjustable fits, and vibrant patterns inspired by her travels. The launch event, held in a historic Madrid venue, felt like a scene from a blockbuster film. Lights dimming as models of all sizes strutted down the runway, Celia at the helm, her eyes gleaming with triumph. Critics raved and sales soared, pushing her net worth toward the $200,000 mark. But beyond a business, Celia's story became a beacon for aspiring influencers. She mentored young creators through online workshops, sharing tips on building a brand authentically. Start with what makes you unique, she'd advise, her voice steady and warm. Your curves, your culture, your voice, they're your superpowers. Today, at 25, Celia's influence extends far beyond fashion. She's a motivational force, speaking at events across Europe on empowerment and diversity. Her days are a whirlwind. Mornings spent curating content in her sunlit Madrid studio, afternoons collaborating with brands like Shein and Pretty Little Thing, evenings unwinding with yoga or exploring hidden cafes. Her family remains her anchor, dinners filled with laughter, where her mother's sewing machine still hums in the background. Relationships, both platonic and romantic, are nurtured with the same care she gives her career. Whispers of a blossoming romance with a fellow creative add a romantic subplot to her life story. Celia's journey is a testament to the power of self-belief in a world that often tries to box us in. From the girl sketching dreams in her notebook to the woman commanding global attention, she embodies the cinematic arc of the underdog who rises. Her message resonates. Beauty is not a size, but a state of mind. Through every post, every partnership, she motivates others to embrace their bodies, chase their passions, and rewrite their own stories. In the grand theater of life, Celia's act is far from over. It's just beginning to inspire the next generation. As you reflect on Celia's path, remember that your own story holds the same potential. Head over to Sweet Model's World to discover more tales of triumph and join a community that's all about lifting each other up.